Welcome to another Youth Sports Network presentation of the New York City Little Scholars Pop Warner Youth Football League. Today, the Brooklyn Pitbulls take on the Brooklyn Knights in a Pee Wee matchup here from Bushwood Inlet Park in beautiful Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
Warner football back in New York. My sidekick Tony Toon was saying that it's good to have these youth programs back where they belong. These coaches work with these youth every day, on and off the field, to have them understand what it takes to be a positive citizen in our great society. We're going to get underway at this contest this afternoon with the Knights kicking away to the Brooklyn Pitbulls. The referee blows the start of the game, and here we go. Youth Sports Network. Brooklyn Pitbulls take the opening kickoff and race around the sideline. And the cutback number 7 does a tremendous job of running down the sideline. They're going to take over deep in the Knights field. That's a great start for the Knights this afternoon here. The wind's kicking up a little bit.
Wow, that's a great start for the Pitbulls this afternoon.
Pitbulls run out, start the first play of the game. Here at Brooklyn Inlet Park, this is YSN, the leader in youth sports coverage. Very slow developing handoff. The ball comes loose, but it's down. Let's see if the Pitbulls can capitalize off that great opening kickoff to punch in a score here. Right up the middle. Short gain. We'll call it 3. It's 3rd and 8 here. Another power move up the middle. Nice run. Little hesitation in it, and they're pushing them. They spot the ball on the 16-yard line. There's a power sweep to the left-hand side, and the Pitbulls just walked right in. On a 4th and 3 here, the Pitbulls race to the left-hand side and score the go-ahead touchdown here to take a 6-0 lead. Now for the conversion. Quarterback takes the ball off the left side. Did he get in? Yes! And it's 8-0. The Pitbulls score on the opening drive, capitalizing off a great opening kickoff to complete the drive. So in the first quarter here from Brooklyn Inlet Park, the Brooklyn Pitbulls 8, the Brooklyn Knights nothing. This is YSN, the leader in youth sports coverage. This is YSN, the world leader in youth sports coverage. Yeah, we're back at Brooklyn Inlet Park. The Pitbulls have just scored on their opening drive. They're going to kick the ball off to the Brooklyn Knights here. Squib kick up the middle. It's touched by the Knights. Picked up by number 7. And he's down. The referee has blown the ball down where he touched it. Tony, we got an exciting game starting out here already.
Looked like we got an injured player right here, number 7.
Yeah, he was limited, but he got caught on the opening kickoff and bent back a little bit, but he's going to be okay. He's resilient. And the coaches are barking out calls to their defense right now, urging them on. Knights football. Knights on the move. It's a handoff to number 7, and he loses. Nice illusion.
Number 7 is determined. He's determined.
Yes, he is. Nice job. Nice job. There was some confusion on the handoff too, but number 7 did a great job of getting away from those tacklers. I think he ran about 100 yards to get no yards, but he did a great job of eluding a whole bunch of would-be tacklers, and that's just the point that the Pitbull coach is alluding to. That you gotta, when you have your man in the backfield like that, you gotta wrap up and finish the play, and they just didn't finish the play. Second down and 10 for the Knights.
Yeah.
Right through. Okay. Good up a game.
And these young people are shining out here today. Absolutely, T.
Great day for football.
Some confusion. I don't know how the quarterback got that out to it, but they are all over this young man.
And let's not mention that they're wearing the colors of the same fraternity.
To mention that. It's another handoff.
Stopped right dead in his tracks.
Pitbulls will take over on the Knights' 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Pitbulls on the move. Triple I formation in the backfield, handed it to the second man through the line.
Nice.
He picks his way, and there's a nice little gainer there.
Surgical. Real surgical.
Another play off the left side. Quarterback looks over the line of scrimmage. Snap. Second man through the line has the ball. Nice hit.
Nice hit.
Call it 3rd and 4. 3rd down. Pitbull. Ball. Quarterback bobbled the snap, but was able to pick it up and get it out. Touchdown! Brooklyn Pitbulls.
Brooklyn Pitbulls.
Pitbulls took that one off the right side. It's like a slant, and he just darted straight to the end zone. There's no Knight defenders in the area. 2-point conversion coming up. Here we go, off the right side, and it's good! The Pitbulls take a 2-touchdown lead and lead right now in the first quarter, 16-0. This is YSN, the leader in youth sports coverage.
Mom, can I have $1? I think my purse is upstairs on the bed. It's not here. Check the dining room. No, the upstairs closet.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
If you're looking for a new pet that you can cherish every day, consider adopting from a shelter. Shelters are full of healthy, loyal, fun, loving pets, eager to become a part of your family. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet, so bring home your new buddy today. To find out more, you can visit theshelterpetproject.org. Be part of the first class. Get outside and get moving.
Experience the power of physical activity. Join the movement at actionheroalliance.com.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
When it's time for lunch, sandwich is a quick and easy choice. And with the right ingredients, it can be good and good for you. So I'm here today to see who can build the ultimate sandwich. All right, when the time is up, our judges will give you their scores. Ready, set, go! Okay, Jason starts out with a multi-grain roll. Ooh, Allison stuffing her pita with, yes, spinach, a great source of iron. Jason isn't skipping on the protein, adding plenty of smoked turkey, just like Allison's putting the finishing touches with crispy red bell peppers for a dose of vitamin A. Time! It looks like we have a tie. We'll need to call in our special guest referee.
Now these are what I call quick, delicious lunches. Whole grain breads, a whole variety of ingredients. There are so many different ways to build delicious, healthy sandwiches. These two get high marks in every category. I'd say you're both winners. America.
Let's get healthy together.
That's slow. Look, he's watching.
We're going to begin the second quarter here with the Pitbulls up 2 touchdowns, leading 16-0. Kickoff to start the second quarter here. A little squib. The Knights get on it. His knee hit the ground, so the ball is his knee hit the ground.
A lot of verbals going back and forth, both coaches to their team plays.
A play up the gut that goes nowhere. Trying to get them to become better football players.
And I think, again, they have to take the losses with the wins, in order to become, better developed players and recognize that, hey, it's all about practice, get to that practice, get there on time and listen to what the coach have to say and be a part of the team.
Absolutely. Here's a sweep coming right at us, and it's not going very far. They try to take it around the left side of the offensive line. 3rd down here and 15 for the Brooklyn Knights, and they're brought down once again for a no gain or a loss. It's 4th down.
Sounds like the helicopter's right here.
It's 4th down here. There's a pitch to the left side. Number 7 tries to get upfield. He's making something out of nothing. He's corralled.
And, they use that to, to offset the expenses, to keep the kids moving, get them in these buses, and get them to the games.
Well, they're about to get some of my money in a few minutes, T.
They got mine.
Some hard hitting right there at the point of attack. Triple I backfield. Slow developing, and it's shut down at the point of attack. Nice job by the Knights defense down that time. This game doesn't have too many penalties in it, so it's just fine. It's all run, so there's no incomplete passes, nobody people run out of bounds. Sweep to the left side has been very successful for the Pitbulls, and it's a lot of green out there. Nice cutback by the Pitbull. It looks like he's got a first down or close to a first down.
Face mask.
There's a penalty out there?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. That is the indication.
Oh, nice.
It's against the Knights. So that's going to move them even closer to the goal line. So on that 3rd down play, they were able to pick up the first down, and then they're going to be able to tack on a few more yards. Tight formation. Everybody's bunched in. Handoff on the left-hand side. He's still struggling. Did he get there, T?
No, I don't think so.
No huddle. They just go right to the line. They're putting the pressure on the Knights defense. Once again, Go right up the gut. Power run. Touchdown, Pitbulls. Tackle on number 6. They'll make the score 22-0 here in the second quarter. Under 3 minutes to go. Two-point conversion. Pitbulls. Run right up the gut. Did he get there? He might have been stopped, and it's no good. That's a moral victory there for the Knights. This is YSN, the leader in youth sports coverage. We'll be right back. This is YSN, the world leader in youth sports coverage. This is Clyde Dowdy Jr. back with Tony Tunes back here at Brooklyn Inlet Park as the Brooklyn Pitbulls take a commanding 22-0 lead over the Brooklyn Knights. And the Brooklyn Pitbulls are going to kick the ball back over to the Knights, and hopefully the Knights can get something going here. Now that's a squib. And if it gets out of bounds, oh, it's going to be a penalty on the Knights for the ball going out of bounds before it's touched by anybody. And I think they're keeping track of people's times. And you don't want to, you want to get people into games and how much time they're spending on the field. So it's good to see. So there's a run right up the middle, and the Pitbull, Knights power ahead for a couple yards. Second down for the Knights on the Pitbulls' 48-yard line. Quarterback gets the ball over to number 7, and he's a tenacious little runner. And here he goes. What a great run by number 7. Pitbull defense broke through and got to the quarterback, but he was able to get rid of the ball to number 7. And this young man, small in size but large in stature, took the ball over the right side, and he eluded 2 or 3 tacklers and raced around the right side to pick up a huge gain. It's about a 24-yard gain down to the 23-yard line, Tony.
I'm going to tell you that number 7, man, I was watching him. He's got a lot of energy, and it's actually he's carrying the heart of this team right now.
Here's the snap. The pitch to the right, and they're all over it. I don't know what the Knights have in their repertoire, but if they can come off with something like an end around, it would blow the Pitbulls right out of the frame. And that was the last play of the half. And with the score, Pitbulls 22, Knights 0. This is Clyde Dowdy Jr. and Tony Toon. This is YSN, the leader in youth sports coverage. We'll be right back.
Bring out the action hero in you. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
But it would be safe to keep your distance until the secret that makes you smile. Reliable sources say that chicken soup has found their way out of this.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Mom, can I have $1? I think my purse is upstairs on the bed. It's not here. Check the dining room. No, the upstairs closet.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes off the bat, hitting .352 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Every book is an adventure waiting to come to life. Visit new worlds. Encounter new friends. And discover the power of reading. Go to read.gov to read A Princess of Mars, the first novel to feature John Carter. A new world awaits. Read.
Out of the mouth of babes came a request, and the request was simply, give us an opportunity to showcase the great many talents we have, and let us show you our athletic ability. And so came the birth of the Youth Sports Network. The Youth Sports Network is the nation's premier television network designed exclusively to feature the best young athletes from across the country. Youth between the ages of 7 and 14 will be this network's stars. This weekly broadcast will cover every aspect of sports entertainment, from the local sandlot leagues to the major sports arena competition. The Youth Sports Network will cover such sporting events and leagues such as, but not limited to, the Nassau Suffolk Football League, the American Youth Football League, and the New York Youth Football League for all the great gridiron play-by-play as seen in the NFL. Things heat up on the basketball court, on the hardwood and the blacktop as we cover the AAU Basketball League with a host of basketball and streetball schoolyard tournaments your heart desires. Get ready to join us as we travel around the country to visit, that's right, America's best pastime. We're going to go play some baseball. We're going to watch the AAU Baseball League and a host of other baseball tournaments around the country. It's time to bounce some balls off your head, your knees, and your ankles as we get ready to play soccer, y'all. We're going to join the United States Youth Soccer Federation and the New York State Youth Soccer Federation for some of the best soccer the country has to offer. Spring into action as we sweat around the track, as we watch some of the best runners and long-distance champions take the field in the AAU track and field event. Get ready to grab a ticket and sit with us ringside as we check out some of the best boxers in the country. That's right, it's the AAU Golden Glove Boxing Competition. Travel with us to some of the nation's leading high schools as we seek out the best step moves to date. That's right, it's step dancing, courtesy of the Youth Step League. Just when you thought it was all over, the Youth Sports Network brings you coverage of the hottest junior varsity action the country has to offer. commentated by skilled radio and TV sports personalities like Olympic boxing champ Mark Breland, radio TV personality Tony Toon, Roberto Clemente Jr., Clyde Dowdy Jr., and former NBA All-Star Brian Stiff. The YSN will also disseminate positive messages to our youth that will encourage them to become positive citizens and to excel in school and stay away from peer pressure. YSN, the nation's first look at tomorrow's pro athletes, our community leaders.
It's time to join forces. Get energized and fuel up right. Because starting today, every kid in America has a mission. Bring out the action hero in you. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't, because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, sparkle snack Sunday. All the healthy children eat well and move a lot, and move a lot, and move a lot. Eat well and move a lot.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day.
Skip a rope Saturday, freeze tag Friday, tap dance Thursday. Oh, games Wednesday, try to reach Tuesday. Let's move Monday, split the sweet Sunday. Eat well and move a lot. Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. All the healthy children, all the healthy children.
Get ideas. Get involved. Get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
We're here at Brooklyn Inlet Park for the beginning of this second half. The Knights dug themselves a little hole here, down 22-0, and they will receive the ball from the Pitbulls. Ball bounces, it's picked up by the Knights. He's still on his feet, trying to get outside.
You know, there's a lot going on for them at this time, too. These young folks see the TV cameras and, on the hype, and a lot of parents out there supporting. So, I can see, diligently how they get caught up in oh, here we got a fumble.
Ball's on the ground, picked up by the Knights, and they're racing for another touchdown. It's in for a 6. First play of the half. The Knights tried to run off the left side. The ball came loose, picked up by, I believe it's number 1 for the Pitbulls, and he raced in for a touchdown untouched. It was number 7 picked it up and ran in for a touchdown. We start the second half. Two-point conversion coming up, trying to make this a 30-0 lead for the Pitbulls.
conversion.
There's no indication it was successful, and I don't think he got in. Players are still down on the field.
Got a player down.
So as we take a break here, the score, Pitbulls 28, Knights nothing. This is YSN, the leader in youth sports coverage. This is YSN, the world leader in youth sports coverage. We're back here in Brooklyn Inlet Park after the injury timeout to one of the Brooklyn Knight players, Keyshawn Brisbane. I hope he's okay. We're pulling for him as he's getting some attention on the sideline.
Seems as though he took a bad hit, an illegal hit, I should think.
Probably into the midsection. The Knights will start out without a kickoff, and they'll just start the ball at their own 50-yard line. Down 28-0 here. Third quarter action. Knights down 28-0 is a 2nd and 13 as they try to get back into this contest. Pitbulls have been all over them, and there's some confusion again.
Nice hole.
At the point of attack, and that's a nice run. That's a nice run as he tries to get outside. 55.
Right in front of us.
The action comes right at us.
Number 7 is shook up.
It looks like the coaches yelling at their players because a lot of people are trying to tackle the ball as opposed to attacking the runner, and the runner just eluded every one of those would-be tacklers and got around for a nice gain.
Just making sure that helmet is on tight.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Safety first.
Can't help but see that some of the helmets are bigger than some of the players.
Once again, some confusion back there. They get the ball off, but doesn't go very far. Huddles aren't timed so much as they do in the upper leagues, as you know, giving these young people a little bit additional time to get their thoughts together in the huddle. But you can't stand there all day long. Play picks up a few. Knights trying to keep this drive going. There's a pitch to number 7.
Come on, 7.
It goes nowhere.
Sure.
That's the end of the
third quarter?
Third quarter, I do believe.
I think it's the third quarter.
It's the end of the quarter here, and the officials are trying to determine where the ball will be placed on the other side of the field. And we're going to switch to the fields. This is YSN, the leader in youth sports coverage. We'll be right back. This is YSN, the world leader in youth sports coverage.
Bring out the action hero in you. Fuel up right and get energized. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
But it would be safe to keep your distance until a secret that makes you smile. Reliable sources say that chicken soup has found their way out of this season.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Nice. No.
Oops.
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy.
Works every time.
Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Every book is an adventure waiting to come to life. Visit new worlds. Encounter new friends. And discover the power of reading. Go to read.gov to read A Princess of Mars, the first novel to feature John Carter. A new world awaits. Read.
Clyde Dowdy Jr. back here at Brooklyn Inlet Park. My sidekick Tony Toon for this Pop Warner contest between the Brooklyn Pitbulls and the Brooklyn Knights, and the Pitbulls ahead 28-0. First play from scrimmage for this fourth quarter is blown dead by a whistle.
But if you look at this score here, man, it tells you what this game is doing right about now. 28-0. I mean, what are we going to do here with these Knights?
Well, the Knights got their work cut out for them, Tony, and they're trying to get on track here and trying to get on the board as they try to get back into this contest in the fourth quarter.
Well, let's see what happens on this play.
Run right up the middle, and they don't get very, very far.
They're stopping them in the backfield. Why is that? I mean, they're just mashing this offensive line like crazy.
The Pitbulls now take the ball over on downs. There's another flag.
There's some flags out there. What's the penalties?
Pitbull's ball. Play up the right side for a short game. One of the tough defensive stands this afternoon for the Knights.
That number 66 is just crashing right through that offensive line, and there's no stopping him. He's just getting in there.
Full backfield for the Pitbulls. Once again, they try to go up the right side, but they go around, and they do get around the corner. That's a nice little run around the right side for the Pitbulls as they move the sticks once again. Pitbulls are having their way with the Knights this afternoon, Tony.
I can clearly see, I mean, if you look at this, we're talking about, and there's a little bit of, a little bumping and grinding right after the play on a couple of these plays here. So there's definitely some anxiety out there.
Getting a little chippy, First down for the Pitbulls as they try to drive down and put some more points on the board this afternoon on a lovely afternoon here in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Another little sweep off to the right side. Nice saving tackle there, and there's a penalty. The point of contact. Either that or a face mask. We'll let the referee sort it out. Nice little screen. That one defender had a chance to bring him down at the point, able to catch up with the offensive player and bring him down. It's another first down for the Pitbulls as they're marching down the field steadily.
These Knights have got to get into this huddle, and they've got to have a conversation, and they've got to say, look, we're getting killed out here. What are we going to do? It's going to put us in a position to get, to get this ball, in that end zone.
And the referee is marking off the penalty, Tony, and that puts the Knights back
Deep.
on their heels further, and the Pitbulls closer to another score.
Deep in the Knights' territory.
They're going to put the ball down on the 12-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Pitbulls.
I want to make a correction. That was number 65, who apparently is just getting in there, man, on the offensive side. He's just doing his thing.
That's where the game is a won or loss, right at the offense and defensive line.
Well, what do they say? Offense fills the seats, defense wins the games? Or was that reverse?
No, you're absolutely right. Defense wins games, and offense does put people in the seats. That's where people come to see that offensive display. Pitbulls ball 2nd down. They're coming right at us over the left side, and it's clear sailing.
There's no
Touchdown, Brooklyn Pitbulls. A little extra late hit there, but a little frustration on the part of the Knights as the Pitbulls are having their way here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Clearly that feels wide open for him right here. He's just taking it in.
There's no one in between him and the green.
He didn't even have time to pull up his pants.
Absolutely. Touchdown. Add 6 on to the Pitbull score, and they will lead by a score of 34-0 with the extra point coming up. There will be no extra point because that is the last play of the game. So the final score this afternoon from Brooklyn Inlet Park is the Brooklyn Pitbulls 34, the Brooklyn Knights 0. This is YSN, your leader in youth sports coverage. We'll be right back. This is YSN, the world leader in youth sports coverage.
It's time to join forces. Get energized. And fuel up right. Because starting today, every kid in America has a mission. Bring out the action hero in you. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's 1 every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap a snack Sunday. All the healthy children eat well and move a lot. And move a lot. And move a lot. Eat well and move a lot.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day.
Skip a rope Saturday, freeze tag Friday, tap dance Thursday. Whole grains Wednesday, fire veggie Tuesday. Let's move Monday, split the sweet Sunday.
Eat well and move a lot.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday.
All the healthy children, all the healthy children. Get ideas. Get involved. Get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
This is YSN, the world leader in youth sports coverage. We're back here at Brooklyn Inlet Park, where the Brooklyn Pitbulls have defeated the Brooklyn Knights by a score of 34-0. Right now, we're going to go down to the field as Tony Toon is with one of the game officials.
Clyde, thanks a lot for that. Right now, we're standing. You have the toughest job. Tell us who you are, and we know you're one of the officials. And how long have you been doing this, man?
Doing it years, probably close to 10 years now. You're here in Brooklyn. Prior to that, in mainly high school in upstate New York.
Well, I noticed there was some education on the field. I saw you talking to some of the players. I guess there were some issues with late hits after the play.
Precisely, and you can't take the steam out of the boys, but the thing is you do need to teach, and this is a teaching league. It's to get them from this level up to the next level.
Exactly. And you said you've been doing this 10 years, Brooklyn and Queens. I mean, what do you see when you see the intensity coming out of these kids?
A lot of myself when I was younger.
Okay. Did you actually play?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And what position?
I was cornerback.
Actually, I remember being a defensive end, and that hurt. So, but I want to thank you guys for the great job that you guys are doing. And if there's anything that you can share about these young folks, please, by all means, take the time to do that.
Thank you very much.
Great interview, Tony. I see you with the winning coach from the Brooklyn Pitbulls.
From the Brooklyn Pitbulls. Coach, what's happening? What's going on, big guy? I hear you giving the education component, man. What's going on over here, man?
It's all good, man. We just trying to make a difference in these kids' lives today. And this is our 6 years in existence, and we're having fun out here with these kids.
Now, answer this question now. What division is this for you guys right now?
This division is Junior Pee Wee.
Junior Pee Wee's, right. But the intensity from these young folks, they kept the drive, they kept going. I guess, is that an example of what you put on them?
Yeah, that's how we're taught from our leader, Coach Lloyd, who's not here, Mr. Rodriguez, but his wife is. Would you like to say a few things to her?
Yeah, we'll talk to her after, but I just want to get from you, because I saw you involved, and I know that this is one of the only leagues that allow you to actually go out on the field, and you were very involved and what have you. So what are you getting from these kids and when they hear that?
Well, I'm like a motivational speaker, and I love to energize. I love to dig deep down inside their spirits and bring out the best. That's what my job is. That's why I'm here. You
kind of scared us over there a little bit, though.
No, I don't want to do that.
I'm just joking.
No, seriously. Last week we were at our first game and we went to New Jersey. We played this team, and the officials and everything was kind of like wicked, and I was very loud. It was like a stadium like this, but much bigger. And after the game, the parents wanted to meet me. They said, listen, we stayed just so that we can meet you because you're so spiritual, because you're never cursed. You never curse. So we knew that there was something special in you, and that's God. I always give him the praise. And I love doing what I'm doing because the kids need it. A lot of these kids come from families that don't have. So when they come here, we try to give them what they don't have, and that's love and appreciation and motivation.
Actually, there was one situation, I think, where the official had to reprimand maybe one or two of the players and whatnot. I mean, and where do you go from there after that?
Well, like I told them, you can't go around hitting kids. You can't do that. That's not respectable, and we don't teach that. We are a very clean, classy organization. You're always class involved. Again, I love these kids. I love these kids. Without them, there's no me, and I feel without me, there's no them. So the two go together.
You guys did a great job, Coach, and congratulations on your win. And hopefully catch up with you in another game.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Coach Smith from the Brooklyn Pitbulls are going to come back with some. Right back to you, Clyde.
Thanks, Tony. But we're going to keep it right there on the field with you as you got another interview for us.
Clyde, as I stand here, I'm excited for the fact that you see the involvement of a lot of parents. But couple that with the thought process, the parents are also very involved in the organizational aspect of it. And Lisa, you are the wife to the president of the league. And tell us a little bit about the league.
The league is, we started in 2000. The league is like 3 years old, and we service youth from 5 to 15 years old. And we have like about 6 teams. When we have like each team has about 5 to 6 levels in them.
What was your sense of with regards to this win today?
The kids getting out there and playing hard and learning, because this is the level right before right after the Mighty Might level, which is instructional. So it's basically from Mighty Might to Junior Pee Wee, and they take what they learned from Mighty Might and they keep going on and getting ready for the next level.
Now, where are you guys originally based out of?
We're based in Fort Greene, Brooklyn.
Oh, in Fort Greene. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I worked for Congressman Tans over there for a little while, so pretty much okay. Now, my question is, are you getting any support from any of the organizations or the elected officials or anything along that vein to help the league along?
Yeah, we get a lot of help from Letitia James. What you call it? Adams.
Eric Adams.
Eric Adams. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of
And
cool.
The Fort Greene Association.
Okay. Fort Greene. Thank God. Finally, they're kicking in something, right? Well, let me tell you some stories. But with that being said, is there a lot of involvement from the parents?
They're getting there. You know, it's like a lot of the kids are more so involved than the parents. Okay. You know, but we're trying to get the parents more, involved with their kids and coming out. Getting their kids to come out. It's hard work, but they're getting there.
It's a labor of love, but I know that you and your husband probably have worked 3 times as much. I mean, it's not enough hours in a day for you guys to do this stuff and whatnot. But we do thank you, because these young folks need that. And knowing, what's happening in Brooklyn, particularly in the Fort Greene area around Ingersoll and Whitman houses and all that, with all the shootings and what have you, this is a great place for them to be. So we thank you guys for that work.
Thank you.
Keep up the great work.
The final score this afternoon from Brooklyn Inlet Park is the Brooklyn Pitbulls 34, the Brooklyn Knights 0. Let's go down to the field with Tony Herbert.
Big Mark Johnson. Mark, I'm trying to figure this out today, man. We took 2 losses on the side, in 2 different games and whatnot. What's the energy out here?
The energy is positive, man. But what we try to instill in the kids is the need to be prepared, and I understand that it's an obligation, and with some things it's kind of tough to get the practice. But if you don't get the practice, you're not going to be able to make the necessary adjustments that need to be made on the fly during the game. And that's a lot of what happened today. Players goes down. You got to get another player up in there. If you're not at practice, you won't know where you need to be when it's time to fill in. And there was a lot of that going on.
Now, I know that we just finished your second game of the day. We're now going into your seniors. What do you anticipate coming out of that?
I'm expecting them to play hard. They made some personnel changes during the week to shore up the offensive line. So we're looking for a good matchup against the Titans, and we'll see how it goes.
Now, going back, we just came off the junior Pee Wee game. Is that what we just came off of? Tell me a little bit about number 7. Number 7's a little awesome play. It seems as though he was carrying the heart of the team.
That's my man Kendall Shan. He's 90 pounds soaking wet, and he's 10 years old, and he's an animal. And as you saw, he broke off a couple of good runs. He's our linebacker, and him and Tariq, number 55, they're both those are our key players. And if we can get those guys to the other guys to come to practice and learn to block for them, they can open up a world of offense for those 2 cats.
Well, tell me now what's being instilled in the younger members, the Pee Wees, the junior Pee Wees, and we'll come back on the seniors after the post wrap up on the game after this. But tell me, what do we need to do now with the junior Pee Wees and the Pee Wees to get them more involved and getting them to these practices and what have you?
It's an obligation on their part, and obviously at that age, it's about the parents making the commitment. We're still trying to develop a culture of football in this North Brooklyn area where football's been absent for so long, and so people don't really understand what it takes to play football and to be competitive. For example, a good portion of those kids came down looking to play football because they saw it was football season, but they came down after the 3rd week of the season. And so we're like, yeah, come on down. But you got to understand, the culture of football, it doesn't start in September. It starts in July. All right? In July, they're running around doing this, that, and the third, and we're on the field trying to build a team. If you come in September, yeah, we'll have you. We'd love to have you. But it now takes time away from the preparedness for the rest of the games. And that's what I'm finding here. But in our second year and still trying to push or whatever, I think that we're now developing that culture, and so now the parents will know, okay, now I have to bring my child down not in September or October, but in July, in June, so that we can go through conditioning and learn the game of football.
It's kind of tight. So we're going to come back. We have another game coming up, and we'll do the full wrap-up on the whole day, have a conversation about that, talk about the funding issues, and then also keep you kicking from there, man.
Sounds good.
Mark Johnson, that's right. Brooklyn Knights, we're going to come back with some more. Stay tuned. This is Youth Sports Network.
Thanks, Tony. Another great afternoon of football here from Brooklyn Inlet Park. The Brooklyn Knights took it on the chin, though, and went down to a tough defeat at the hands of the Brooklyn Pitbulls. But as Tony Toon was talking to the folks this afternoon, it's all about participation, it's all about camaraderie, it's all about bonding, and that's what happened this afternoon. The Brooklyn Knights will get back to the drawing board and try to work out some of the kinks in their armor, and the Pitbulls are going to try to keep moving forward as they played some outstanding football this afternoon. As always, this is YSN, your leader in youth sports coverage, with my ubiquitous crew, Ron, Corey, and Ralph. We'll catch you next time here on Youth Sports Network, the leader in youth sports coverage. This is YSN, the world leader in youth sports coverage.
The Youth Sports Network is produced by One Stop Productions Incorporated.
For more information about New York City Pop Warner, go to www.nycpopwarner.com. For more information about the Brooklyn Knights, go to www.brooklynKnights.org or call 718-687-6264.
For more information about the Youth Sports Network, go to www.youthsportsnetworktv.com. And don't forget to check out our real-time streaming channel, Youth Sports, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, at www.youthsportsnetworktv.com.
It's time to join forces. Get energized and fuel up right. Because starting today, every kid in America has a mission. Bring out the action hero in you. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
YSN continues to bring you the best in youth sports coverage, but we need your help. We are looking for donations to help the Youth Sports Network reach its goal of becoming the first 24/7 broadcast and cable network dedicated to youth sports. You can help the Youth Sports Network by donating to the GoFundMe campaign. You can reach the Youth Sports Network GoFundMe page from our website at www.youthsportsnetworktv.com or go directly to our campaign page at www.gofundme.com/Youth Sports Network TV. Your donation dollars will allow us to hire professional instructors for the YSN Outreach Training Program, create jobs and experience for up-and-coming directors, producers, broadcast and production technicians. Help us reach our goals so we may bring you more fresh quality content 24/7. We would like to thank you in advance and keep watching the Youth Sports Network, the worldwide leader in youth sports coverage.